To begin with, this is not financial advice, this is not legal, tax, or even consulting advice. I'm simply um, basically helping you to understand that in addition to having a traditional business that operates in a very strict way to either you provide a product or a service, imagine that you also tap in to a cash flow generating system that has in it multiple streams of passive income coming in constantly. The share bundle is one. You acquire the share bundle one time, and based on the previous video and based on the complete overview of our ecosystem, a link will be provided through a video that basically gives you the entire overview. You know that the share bundles are tied to a quarterly reward uh, mechanism. The affiliate part of it is for people who believe in our ecosystem, who believe in participating in something of substance, people who may have actually tried the platform based high yield uh, opportunities that never seems to last for long. So if you get tired of doing that and you want to participate in something of substance, a real ecosystem, and where you know the people behind it, where you get to participate in events, where those people are live in person, or you could do like I did. Actually, take a trip to Cyprus where you can actually visit the office yourself. And in the community tab of my YouTube channel, you'll basically see all the pictures of me being in Cyprus, drinking Turkish coffee inside the office. And another video will show you where I was actually in the store and witnessed and documented a transaction from USDT to USD. So that's that. So if you like what you see, and we know that you will, after you give us a careful evaluation, take your time, there's no rush, then take a position, participate in the share bundle. Um, you'll also be compelled, I should say, to share the opportunity. Once you actually get to know us, it'll be very hard for you to keep this quiet because the community is its own value. When we get together, we have fun. Okay, if you want to make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money here. There's no question about it. If you're the driver type, you're a result-oriented person, you can do very well here. We have the affiliate program that pays three levels, three tiers: 10% on tier one, 4% on tier two, and 3% on tier three. In addition to having a carefully designed, properly structured team, then you can unlock the global bonus pool that pays out monthly once you one time qualify. No monthly fees, no gimmicks, no auto ship. You don't have to pay for the service to unlock rewards. In fact, you can participate in this ecosystem. I'm going to show you a method. I'm going to show you a method of exposing this to 100 people. If you want to sell, you know about momentum. Okay, there are 4 quarters in a year. Imagine that qualification is only 50,000 to qualify, 50,000 50,000 in direct sales from your first tier. And then after that, you never have to do anything to qualify. If you never acquire another asset, it won't matter. And you can even participate with zero out of pocket. And according to your level of belief, you share the ecosystem with as many people as possible. And you can leverage your network because you're going to be exposing this opportunity to as many people as possible. It is possible that among 100 people, a certain percentage of it will see it before you because some people are sharper than others. Okay, those who are interested in the money will see the potential of money they can make. Those who are impact driven will be motivated to see the big picture, how they can tap into this ecosystem to do maximum good for the maximum number of people. Those who like to have fun, imagine having all the money in the world and you don't have a care in the world, all your expenses are paid, you even have surplus to go have fun and enjoy cultural activities. And since this space is a fast evolving space, you can spend the rest of the decade studying. You'll never stop learning. If you like to dig in there between research papers out there on what's going on in the blockchain space, you can learn a lot about tokenization. You can learn a lot about NFTs. You can learn a lot, about staking, noding. I mean, you're never going to have enough time to read, watch enough video to satisfy your quest for learning. The trap is tap into all four modalities. Get maximum exposure to release as much income coming in for you while you're learning. Participate in a Boogie Gopher Club to learn and engage and immerse yourself in having fun with us through our multiple events. As the community grows, we'll do great things together. And you get to have a lot of fun doing so. You make a lot of money. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll never stop learning because the ecosystem itself is fast evolving, and the space, the crypto space itself, you know, you, there are enough articles for you to read that are coming out on a daily basis, and new developments happening. So between making a lot of money, having a lot of fun, never stop learning, to making a difference through connectivity, stay connected. So whatever motivates you, or all four modalities of connectivity, you'll be able to participate in all four of them. In some cases, you might be the having fun first, learn later, or make a lot of money and don't care about fun, don't care about learning. Whatever motivates you, I'm trying to repeat in some fashion so I can basically tap into your primary drive to engage you in the process. Anyways, so the STAR program is an opportunity for you to engage in all four. You get to meet a lot of people, make a big difference, make a lot of money, have a lot of fun at the same time, improve your social skills because to get to 1 to 5 star, that's a breeze on the first or second star. But from third to fifth to the fifth star qualification, it would require maximum communication skill, people skill to get to that. Okay. Now, the node is something you can acquire once, and basically it pays you on a monthly basis because the node validates every transaction happening in our ecosystem. Finnick is our transaction token that every transaction that happens in our ecosystem, regardless of where the transaction comes from and whatever method the transaction is generated, Finnick is being used. A certain percentage of Finnick will be purchased and burned, which makes Finnick a deflationary uh, transaction token, meaning that limit as the circulation is limited to some degree, and you're generating Finnick, and we are also eliminating the circulating supplies by burning, which makes the value of Finnick more attractive. And you're going to have also people who acquired a share bundle and want nothing to do with sharing with other people because they see the potential to leverage their money without having to do any work. That might be the primary drive. Make your money work for you, not you exchanging time for it. However, once you have enough going on, you're going to be bored anyway. So you might as well tap into the leadership, sales, structure, team building to speed up your incoming cash flow. So if I have not given you enough value added proposition to consider, participate as a business owner, as a family member, as an organization that needs to raise money for something, or you can participate from the standpoint of benefiting other people. In other words, you're doing well. You don't want a second activity. You don't want to learn anything. You don't, let's say your social skill is not where you need to be around people, or you don't like people, that you like to have your money work for you. You could do so as well. You could so simply come in, acquire a share bundle, acquire a node, get a lot of Phoenix, and then passively collect and liquidate through the multiple exchanges. When Miracle Coin, which is a stable coin, uh, is publicly listed on CoinMarketCap and also publicly tradable on multiple exchanges. So, regardless of where you see value, truly it will be a passive income, miracle cash that keeps coming without your involvement. Okay, if you are the builder type, you can see the method here, okay, where I explained if you happen to be a husband and wife with son and daughter, brother, sister, uncle, niece, cousins, and associates, you can participate in doing so. Okay. All right. So what I'd like to bring to your attention now is the concept of from the business perspective. There are 4 quarters in a year, and if you want to really have maximum leverage in our ecosystem from a sales perspective, then once you get the momentum, once you get your mojo going, then you go to maximum worked as fast as possible by doing a 100 person, 100 personal, strategically roll out sequentially. I'm just putting out some fancy terms. All right, so let's take a look at it that way. 100 momentous, without spelling all the word, 100 momentous exposure, rolling out 25 at a time. There are 3 tiers of direct economic impact when you first connect with someone. First tier pays 10%, second tier pays 4%, third tier pays 3%. Okay, so imagine you, the business owner, share the opportunity with as many people as possible. Say, for instance, the first quarter, because you're a business person or you're busy, you tap into your top 25 sharpest, most intelligent, most driven people and well socially connected people. Very important. So you do this. Okay. Let's say each one of this group, that's you, for the sake of space, let's say you expose this to the first 25 people, so that way you can tap into 50,000 in sales. That's just an example. So six, 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 and six, that gives you plus one because you don't count. So in order for you to generate 50,000 in sales, let's say Italy is 1K, so you would need uh, you would need an average sales per individual to get to that level. So each circle represents a unit of six for the purpose of space, so that way the diagram doesn't look too confusing. So second level, second, your first quarter is to qualify as 1 star. 1 star is someone who sells 50,000 in volume. 50K in volume is 1 star. And your first quarter in business, leveraging our ecosystem, is maximum sharpest people, well socially connected, top 25, position them front line. Once you generate six, okay, once you generate six, uh, forget the six. Once you generate 50,000 in sales, so now you have to think strategically by rolling out the next 25. Now, it could be your second quarter, okay? Your first goal, first quarter, qualify by strategically, basically frontlining your first 25 people out of 100. You don't want to put full 100 people in the program yet. You want to keep 75 in reserve. You keep exposing, exposing, following up minimum 7 times. The average person goes through the emotional roller coaster, needs constant repetition, and by the seventh or 10th time, based on the emotional stage that we're going through at the time, okay, the information start to register a little bit um, around five, you know, three to four, three to fourth time, you begin to develop, you know, a neural network of memorizing what is, if you do association sharing, you know, I do classical music for everything I share with someone, and so by the time I share the content with you, the classical music is playing in the background to basically get you programmed. By the time you hear this a second time, if I play the same thing, pretty much I get you completely subconsciously programmed. I only have to, you only have to hear my name the next time, and then you're instantly in recall mode, even if you may not even remember what I share with you. But I get you in a state of remembering that I've exposed something to you. I just had to convey it a couple of times more for it to be instant recall, combined with repetition. All right. So the first rollout, layer one, 10% is 25. You are now at 50K. If you don't care so much about the star program, the bonus pool that pays monthly, you can simply earn 1 share on a monthly basis. However, now that you have qualification, out of the first 25 people who participate create an account, whether they purchase or not, the people who purchase will eventually perhaps even be motivated to also share simply because they too have a network. And then by the time you're rolling into your second quarter, you're engaged on layer two. Again, this is not scientific. It may not exactly happen like that, but I think in a systematic way, and for you to get it, I have to break it down to you in stages, and you'll understand why. Because um, if the average person has an influential reach 6 degree and information flow and pays you 3 degrees of separation, that means for every person, you have 3 layers of instant income. So, with the proper education, coaching, and repetition, every person has a three tiers of direct income coming to you, whether or not they do something else after that. One and done, great. One and done, and share with one, and you're dealing with 25. Eventually, someone's light bulb will turn on at the right time, at the right repetition, and at the right moment where life situation change, and then they remember, wow, this is something passive. I can set it up and forget it, or I can set it up, work, give it 90-day momentous run with no qualification needed. Can you hear the music? Exactly. Okay, so the second one, by that time, you're in the second quarter because we're talking business. Okay, layer two at 4%. Okay, layer two. Okay, so it's a second rollout of six. Okay, layer two. Um, so this is the same person. Keep in mind, this is the same person who is rolling out layer two going in the second quarter. Okay, so right now you're, you know, you have four times groups of six. Let's just say 25 people on layer one on your first front line, and let's just say, for the sake of simplicity, um, those people are still your people, but you might have leadership that's beginning to form, and maybe you'll need just three people to see the big picture, and then you begin to structure, align, focus your attention on three key people. So when you roll out your second 25, or let's just say seven, so you get three subgroup of six plus a seventh, so that's the second group. So you are now at, remember, we are exposing this to 50 people, to 100 people at a time, rolling out, placing them in their with their own account strategically, so that way you don't have, your back office does not look too confusing. Starting at 25, once you reach 50,000, then you're good to go. You can roll out the second 25, and then basically by the time you get to the third quarter, you're now at, 12, 12, 12, and 13. And so you have, at that point, 50 people on the third layer paying you 3% for every sale. That's just one way. Okay, so expose to the first 100 people by in phases. First 25, get them established, because every person, would have different questions. You don't want to have too many people frontline, but at the same time, once you have 50,000 in volume, then you roll out the second 25, meaning that you start positioning. So let me give you an idea what that looks like. And this is also a training plus an exposure, and I had to create my own training to basically get to that position. So technically speaking, say for instance this is you, and you want to participate by leveraging our ecosystem to rolling out a secondary stream of income, passive income coming in, uh, by leveraging our ecosystem. So say this is you, Okay, the ball here represents your network. Okay, once you reach 50,000 in sell, it could be to your first 25 people, or it could be just one person who purchased $50,000 of assets, the share bundles, Finnick, and so on. Your one star for one share. The goal is that from your existing network, you begin to identify people who feel the same way like you, who like to also expose to their own social structure, which makes it your uh, your leaders are also starting to form like you their own social influence. So you only need to qualify one, two, and three to make you a two stars. You sell 50,000 in volume to your front line and identify from your front line three people who like to basically replicate your same success. And the goal is by that time, you become a $200,000 team, making you a two star for five shares. If the share is $100, you get that five times. Someone who just qualifies as a one star get that one time monthly, and that comes in on a monthly basis. And then, as you can see, structurally speaking, you qualify and find three and help each of your three find three. And then for the sake of simplicity, let's just leave it at that. Okay? First level, 10%, second level, 4%, third level, okay, 3%. Okay, so basically that's what it looks like. Every person has an influential impact on other people, and every person has a network. You start with your first 25 and then expose, and and basically that shows you a diagram. First expose to as many, and then find three who would start forming their sub communities. So this is what it looks like. One share, one star, 50 stars in volume for one share. Find three people like you for five shares. Identify three two stars, then you're at 10 shares, and identify three stars. This is just a broad overview without too much explanation at this point. Okay, you are at 25 shares. So, and then identify three four stars. So as you can see, it's a law of three. You qualify and find three. Then find your three, find three each, and then advance to the rank. Okay, so this is again what it looks like. It's like a pair. It's like you know grapes, like bunches of grapes. You start and then form your own three and for each three to find three, and so on, because three is a number that we want to have programmed in your head. Because once you qualify as a one star, then you only need to focus on three key people to advance with you all the way to five star. So we're gonna make it clear in a second. So this is what it looks like. This is also what I was explaining, the four personality type. Someone who wants to make a lot of money, someone who's very analytical, someone who likes to have fun, and someone who wants to make a difference. Okay, so say for instance, Tim and Pat, a married couple, they get started, husband and wife working together, and then lucky for them, the first three people purchase a combined 50,000 in sales. That makes them a one star. Then a two star is someone who finds three one star. Assuming, of course, let's stay for the sake of simplicity, the first three people who purchase are also the one likely to qualify simply because not only they have belief, but they also have skin in the game, which makes them ideal candidate to also sell 50,000 each and therefore make them a two star. Okay, Jeff is a three star because Jeff identify three 2 stars. Bill and Jen is a 4 stars because Bill and Jen identify three people who is like Jeff who find three 2 stars. You don't have to understand it right now. That's not the point. The point is to understand the big picture, and then you can take time to evaluate it. First quarter to get to this is easy. Expose to your first 25 and qualify with 50,000 in sales. And 50,000 can accumulate with 50 people buying one Italy or few people buying a maximum to get you to 50,000 in value. And then by the time you get to educate, depending on how many people you have for line who qualify as purchase individuals, then you focus on then finding three people who replicate your success. As you qualify and then find your qualifiers, then you begin to center your energy not so much in accumulating front line people, but to strategize for the sake of helping your Jeff, your Bill and Jane, your Paula gets to the top level. Here, you need a lot of people to get you there. But once you qualify there, you don't need frontline people anymore because now you have to basically share, give, and enable other people to advance faster. Okay? So to do so, understand there's a every time you talk to someone prior to sell 50,000 in volume, you focus first on getting the commission because you need to qualify. Once qualified, then trust me, it's actually better to receive 4% than to receive 10%. Why? Because if each person you talk to has an influential reach 3 degrees, how many people do you need to talk to get you to 1 star? Then get them to educate their people with your help so you can have maximum double or triple the number on the second level than you have on the first level. Because then you're leveraging a second layer of people that you don't even know. That's the power. And this is an example of it. You share with your social influence and impacted few people who purchase. The idea is to get to few people who get you to the 50,000 as soon as possible. Once you identify your one, two, and three key leaders, then the rest of the people you have not yet uh, aligned, registered, but you've been exposing the opportunity to, but they have not yet registered strategically or they haven't decided to, with repetition, multiple updates and exposures and following up, you can then have someone like Nancy, Peter, Tom, who are in the pipeline but have not yet started, where you can then position Nancy under someone who is excited, who wants to make a difference. You can position Peter under someone who's very analytical, who takes time to make a decision, but needs a nudge. So you put, you know, Peter, who likes to have fun, under someone who likes to educate, who likes to analyze, but probably would not decide right away. So they earn the 10%, okay? And then you earn the 3% because at this point it's a third line from you, depending on where Peter is placed. Same thing as Tom. Tom is ready after multiple exposures and repetition and following up. And then Tom is a big idealist who likes to help other people. So in this case, you match Tom with someone with the same personality attributes as opposed to taking Tom front line for the 10%. So you begin to think the bigger picture for the benefit of the team building. Okay, this is what the idea or the idea of giving come from. Qualify once and then now structure your energy, time, focus on the three key personalized theme. And then the rest of it is just a matter of this is what you want to avoid having you with too many frontline people with sales, you collecting the commission, but you're not growing because, can you imagine? This is you, and this is you with 25, 50, 100 people frontline to you. Some get an NFT, some get a free account. Basically, they're 100%, uh, you know, created in a. You have a lot of dead account, few purchases, but due to too many people you're working with frontline to you, you cannot really focus on giving quality time to any of those people. That's what you don't want. Anyways, so I've already gone too far into this training because what we want to focus on is, in addition to the leadership uh, program that we have, you can take advantage of Finnic as a standalone income opportunity. You can take advantage of a node. Still, at the same time, you're exposing, qualifying, and strategize your team. There are there's a few things that you have to consider. It's very simple. First, create an account. If you like what you see, create an account. Hopefully, say for instance, you're looking at this video for the first time and you like what you see. And again, this is just an exposure and at the same time a training. Um, what are the 7 steps? Create a free account, set up your Miracle Cash wallet, KYC your account, uh, get a share bundle package finished or a node, and that part is not necessary yet, but this is the part that that is important. Get plugged into our community, stay connected, and you can also form our community, also bring in the people in your social network to be part of our community. And so this is what we have available right now. Anyways, so that is too much information to give to you at the moment. Since I have a lot of people looking at this and will ask a lot of questions, and I wanted to basically convey some information and then basically put content out there because I don't know. It could be one video that I'm just randomly strategizing that gets you, or it could be a video where I tell you a bunch of stories, or it could be a video where I'm like technical, giving you the black and white. I'm talking to all kind of people. But at the end of the day, we like to have fun. We came together as a community. We know, more importantly, the people we're working with, management, the office, the building, the business, the ecosystem, 100% authentic and real. And regardless of your business, you can participate, you can come in, join us, join the community, and engage with us and grow with us, maximally expose the opportunity as you learn it to your first 25, roll out the next 25. Okay, 4 times 6 is 24 plus 1. You do that in the second layer, second exposure, second group of people you bring in, 25 at a time. And then for the sake of generating massive action, then you bring in the rest of the 100, the rest of the 50, and if strategize well on the like 3 structured layers. So you have few people frontline, get you to 50,000 and sell, then roll out by placing on the second layer of 25, and then you bring in the mass. So technically, the first 3 critical immediate income, immediate commission, you have 100 people in those three layers: 10, 4, and 3. Imagine if each person starts with that. Now, I'm saying that expose the opportunity to 100 people, but you may not want to start with 100 people. You may want to first qualify, depending on how you like to structure it. Or expose to as many as possible, get the maximum sales, and then basically keep 100% of the 10% commission because some may not do anything. However, you can also structure it in a way to qualify you strategically, well placed, uh, with, with as many people as possible. At the end of the day, even the goal to repeat, repeat, repeat is just a matter of making you feel comfortable. And since I've got nothing to do, I'm just creating another video to talk about it because I don't know who may get value and from what video it will click. So that's why I'm making as many video and take a look at it in different ways. So basically, the idea is that I present to you an opportunity where you can structure your family members, business associates, business organization, or leverage funds to meet special needs or to participate in cultural events that you like because you have to nurture your